It's the grand finals of the Picks and Bans Season 2, where we're going to have Ghost, Crispy, and Van taking on Rikires, Temper, and Kronos. Rikires, Temper, and Kronos coming from the lower bracket. They must force a bracket reset in order to win. And the first pick is going to belong to Kronos' team. And let's reveal what they are banning in this match to start. And what is not allowed in this match is going to be the one and only invisibility spell. And now Van's first ban is in for their team, for actually everyone in this match, and it is the Fireball. We go back to Van again. It's 2 bans in a row. What is their second ban in this match that no one can use? It is going to be the Healing Tome of the Grand Warden. So 2 Warden abilities banned back-to-back by Van and his team. And now Kronos' team with their 2 picks. Let's reveal the very first of their 2. The first is the one and only Rage Gem for the Grand Warden. The final ban from Team Kronos is in, my friends. And that final ban is the one and only Rage Spell. And the final ban is in, my friends. This couldn't have been any more obvious, right? Because it is the Warden's Eternal Tome. And the first pick of this match is in from Team Kronos. And what they are taking in this match, it is the Warden's Life Gem. I feel there's some strategy. There's some strategy of them trying to eliminate the Warden. Now, pick number 2 overall is in for this match. And what they are taking here today is going to be the Freeze Spell. And what is pick number 3? It is the Overgrowth Spell here. Now pick number 4 for Team Kronos is in. And let's reveal what that selection is. It is the one and only Lightning Spell for pick number 4. And then they have pick number 5. Their last pick here in the grand finals. And what are they taking? It is gonna be the Skeleton Spell. Pick number 6 is in, and is it a counter to anything that was selected? Because the pick 6 is the Earthquake Spell. Probably on purpose to grab the value from any zap value there from pick 4. And there it is. The picks and bans are in. Who won the drafting phase? But now it's time for the grand finals. We are off with Kronos in to start off the grand finals. And what is his selection? Jump, 5 lightning spells, and he does have the Grand Warden. Life Gem, Lava Loon Puppet, Queen with the Giant, the Mirror. There's no other hero abilities selected or banned other than just the Grand Warden. So let's see, as the Ice Golem freezes this outside area, while the Flame Flinger is going to work through down here as well. But he is going to be going the Super Yeti route. This Grand Warden is targeting defenses, does make his way in towards this Air Expo, while the Flame Flinger will continue through this bottom side. Warden ability will only trigger the Lava Loon Puppet, so as he continues to push through, this Flame Flinger will be able to move into the Scatter Shot here, but the Warden, oh, there's the Lightning in the core, takes out the defensive Rage Spell early, so that he doesn't have to deal with all that Rage Up power in the core of this base when he pushes in with the Super Yetis. Okay. And now the Expo goes down from the Flame Flinger, actually. That's fantastic. As these Super Yetis moving in with balloons and healers coming together with witches straight to the top side. Does have that double jump. Super Dragon coming out of defensive CC as the Town Hall continues to fire right onto these Super Yetis. But there is the Royal Champion as well. And the Queen's ability goes off. Giant's there, continuing his way through. Does have the one wall breaker, but he drops the jump through here. He could drop a jump later in the base. As he continues through, Super Yeti's making their way. Poison goes up, and there's the Lava Loon Puppets, which actually can trigger traps for these healers. This Lava Loon Puppets can be actually OP. And there it is. Pulls a Seeking Air Mine. The pups pull a Red Air Mine. Pull another Seeking Air Mine. Pull some Air Skellies, which go down super quick. As the King's ability goes off. There's the jump for the backside, and the super minions getting the value to the far left. Does have another skeleton. There's the Hog Riders from the Royal Champion ability. Ice Golem to the bottom side for the distraction. The Super Yetis are still moving through. Giga Bomb goes off, but the King comes back to life, and these Super Yetis doing work. While that Air Expo to the left goes down. Queen continues her way to the outside, but the defensive Minion Prince is annoying. Oh, the Giant does take out the Monolith as the Queen tries to continue through. Giant's going to beat through the wall, and through the wall, he's damaging the multi. He's got one Skelly. The multi goes down. The Queen needs to try to stay alive. Super Minions working through this Ricochet Cannon. The Giant is dead. He's got one Headhunter. He drops the Skeleton now to distract that Minion Prince. Can he get this Queen through? I don't know. Where does he drop the Headhunter? It's going to be here on the Minion Prince here soon. He does. The Queen goes straight for it. The Queen does have the Unicorn, but he's only got 24 seconds. The Archer Tower is there. The Queen's trying her best. It's up to the Queen. Can Kronos push this Queen through to the very end? Queen, you gotta run. This is lower health, but that's a full health storage. There's the Wizard. The Archer. No, it's gonna be time. Kronos came so close. And the Ricochet Cannon might just finish off this Queen at 97% 2-star with all of these bans. Kronos, so very close. Nice try. Before the next attack, I did want to say a huge thank you to Vatic for sponsoring this new season of the Picks and Bans. Vatic has been making an impact in the Clash scene, especially with their Clash team, as they've been getting so close to getting that golden ticket in each of the monthly finals. They've also been documenting behind the scenes of what it takes to compete at the high level in Clash Esports. So be sure to click the link down in the video description to learn more about Vatic and to subscribe to their YouTube channel. Thanks again to Vatic for sponsoring this series. But now, let's get back to the match. Van is now up for their team. And Van has taken the Rockaloons. They can't bring the Grand Warden. So they gotta go everything except this Grand Warden here. And the Dark Crown for the Minion Prince with the Angry Jelly. And the one thing about the Picks and Bans, it can inspire you to try to bring outside the box attacks, which then you could apply to maybe regular war attacks. Who knows? You would never do something like this just out of the goodness of your heart, right? But when you're forced to, it can start to make people inspired for other ways to attack in 3-star bases. But this Queen is charging away. Who does have the 2 revives. Minion Prince is going to power his way directly through down here, as this Queen is slowly going to go through these Skellies and continue her way to the left. Headhunter does come out. Oh, no, she goes to the right. Okay. Well, there's the wall break. Queen's getting slowed down by the Headhunter, but the Minion Prince is still pushing his way through here. Pops the Dark Orb. The Minion Prince, though, is he taking advantage of the Dark Crown? I don't think so, because... Oh, wait. He's dead. He could Dark Crown later. Remember, the Dark Crown only allows the Minion Prince to get enlarged when other troops and things die on this map. But this Minion Prince is continuing through the section. He's going to have another revive to use if he so wants to. Pulls out the Furnace from the Clan Castle. It does have a poison spell. Is he going to deploy it onto the Furnace? Yes. He's taking out the Wizard Tower to the far left side. Does have a log launcher. That Queen's continuing her charge right through, but this Ice Golem is going to be annoying. The Queen is going to be forced to ability here soon, possibly. But remember, no rage. There's the Queen's ability. There it is. Healer's getting hit by the Town Hall. That's a problem. The Queen getting slowed down yet again by the Ice Golem. Now there's a heal for the healers. Heal for the healers, OP. Queen, stay alive. She's staying alive. She's staying alive. She's staying alive. The heal for the healers. It keeps the Queen alive. And now the Queen triggers that Giga Bomb. The Giant gets triggered by the Giga Bomb. Skellies go down from the splash of the Giant as we got the King off to the left. A log launcher coming in solo to the left side. There is the Earthquake that is allowed for their team that they selected. And Rockaloons coming into the bottom by the defensive Minion Prince. Still has the Royal Champion with the Rocket Spear and the Singing Shield. Log launchers gunning right through this wall, taking these down. The defensive rage spell goes down as well. There is the Royal Champion with the spear right to the bottom side. Still has the revive. He's got the ice block. Minion Prince right there. Does it tank the damage? No, wait. The Yetis come out here. The King is still moving his way left. He's got this spiky ball. What? He's only got 18 seconds. He's got to move. What are you going to ice block? What are you going to ice block? You got to ice block something. The RC's dead. He brings back the Minion Prince. There's the spiky ball. He's moving through, but you can't ice block anything. It's time. 6, 5, No, he ice blocks the queen. Oh no, 97. What is this? 97 for Van. And Kronos also got a 97. And the grand finals becomes a 2 versus 2 now. Kirez is in a 2 versus 2. Let's see. His choice is the Super Yeti. He has taken the same approach from Kronos, but he doesn't have double jump. He only has one single jump. We do have a hook tower in the middle of this base. As this Grand Warden is going to slowly power his way through. Warden charge to the bottom side. As the lightning spells do take out the rage spell tower, just like Kronos did. The approach of removing the rage spell tower so he doesn't do the extra damage onto your troops. But the Warden's taking a lot of damage. But that Angry Jelly is helping this Warden charge right on through. Does he force to ability? He ice blocks that Grand Warden so he can get healed back up. A brilliant ice block there because that Warden was taking a lot of damage. He's got no invis. He's got no rage. So that Warden's back up to full health as he tries to continue to push in towards that multi-archer tower. But he does get distracted onto the storage here while this Flame Flinger is working through the section. And this Rage Spell Tower would not rage up that Air Expo, but he's taking his sweet time. Time's a ticking. The multi-arch tower is going down. There you go. Now he needs to remove this Air Expo just like what Kronos did. And down it goes so he can move his way to left into the Monolith. Okay, the Warden stepping to the left there. Flame Flinger's moving through. There's a Skelly to distract the Monolith. There's the Queen to pull the Grand Warden. Ice Golem as well. Super Yeti's coming down. We got Witches to the far left with a Valkyrie. Gonna power his way through as we got more skeletons trying to get out in front to distract that Monolith. But it can also be a distraction for the hook tower. It doesn't know what to lock onto, but he does fail that one wall break, but he opens that wall so he can jump towards the Town Hall here. He's got a lot of distraction here. Remember, Warden ability does not have the Eternal Tome. And the balloon gets pulled into the core by the hook tower as super minions come out. Oh, wait a second. The king got pulled into the core. There's an earthquake. The earthquake from the king opens up the whole core of the space. So now he can jump somewhere else. As super minions try to continue their way through. As the RC does have her ability pretty much forced now. Can she stay alive? Does have to power through this town hall. Queen's got the giant and the mirror continuing. The lava loon does pop. The Royal Champion's Rocket Spear has taken this town hall down. No, switch targets to the enemy RC. And there's the Queen ability to the bottom side. Does he jump the giant down there? That might be smart. Yes, maybe. Wait, he's holding on. The Queen's taking a lot of damage from the Ricochet Cannon. He's still moving through. The Ricochet Cannon does not go down. But the Yeti's to the top. There's a World Champion. She's trying to stay alive, but she can't. She is dead. 33 seconds. Time's ticking here. He does drop the jump here into the multi-archer tower for the Super Yetis. But he can't do anything. He can't do anything now. It's just a race against the clock. The Warden timing of the Warden walk took forever. Oh, no. Super Yetis. They gotta move. They gotta move faster. Warden. Help. This is a full storage. This could be another time fail. It's another time fail. They're taking their sweet time. The Yetis are gonna be jumping. They're moving. They're skipping. 3, 2, 1. A 98%. Holy jeez, a 98. A 97. A 97. Who is going to get that 99 with that coveted 100%? Crispy is now in. Can he change the tide of this match? And it also is going to be Rockaloons with no Grand Warden. 4 Ice Golems, 20 Rockaloons, couple Druids in the mix. Okay. We do have no hook tower there. A jump, a revive, and double earthquakes. Crazy thing when you can't bring rages. Can't bring eternal tomes. They can't even bring a Grand Warden. Rockaloon off to the left under the Wizard Tower. Wall breaking into the scatter shot. Another Rockaloon for the Wizard Tower. So he has to invest a final one. Finally it goes down. Double Ice Golem into this multi-arch tower. There's the enemy Queen. Druid down. Ice Golem freezes this area up. Headhunter as well to try to help assist to take this Queen down. Nice and early. There's the jump for the King into the core. We do have a poison to deal with the defensive CC. As he powers his way through. The scatter's going down. And there's the overgrowth now to hit up the geared cannon. Ice Golem soloing. Double Ice Golem actually. Popping the RC ability early. Locking onto the defensive King though. Furnace comes out. Pops King ability. Drops the poison. Those have 2 earthquakes to use. Maybe wherever the King Spiky Ball went. Does he earthquake the core here? The RC is trying to continue her way to the left. We do have a mortar over there as well. Drops Rockaloons for it. But that RC finally now pops the queen ability. It overgrowth yet again. This RC, though, she can't stay alive. She is going down. We got a log launcher soloing over here with Rockaloons coming in. But I think he wanted more value from that Royal Champion. She went down too early. The geared up cannon did a lot of damage there. The Air Expo finally is going to be going down to the log launcher with a combination of the earthquake spells. But we do have a Minion Prince, but there's a lot left in the space. The Town Hall is still up. There's a Minion Prince soloing to the far left with a Noble Iron and the Metal Pants. We have a Super Yeti, a Super Valk to rage up this Super Yeti here. There it is. He's getting raged up from the Super Valk. Continues through that Town Hall. But we have the Minion Prince on the defensive side still there. But he still has a revive. Anything can happen with a revive, my friends. Don't count him out. This multi and the defensive Minion Prince are quite annoying. Rockaloons to the top side. There's a Headhunter to try to take out the enemy RC. There's a freeze onto the poison spell tower as he continues through with 59 seconds left. The Minion Prince is going to go down. No, he barely stays alive through the scatter shot. Whoa, wait. That Minion Prince staying alive is actually clutch. What do you do? Who do you revive? I don't know. What do you do? Rockaloons could go into that air defense to protect the Minion Prince at this point. Send him in. Send him in. Send him in. Oh my gosh. The Minion Prince did not get locked onto the monolith. Oh, the air defense goes down while the Minion Prince still moves through, but this multi still remains to the bottom side. And the Minion Prince is going to be in range of this monolith. Now he goes down as a 2-star. Revives that Minion Prince to try to get as much... Oh! Rip the double Seeking Air Mine right to the face. A low percentage. But if Temper gets a 99%, Ghost can triple to win. The door is still open. But if Temper triples, we're going to a bracket reset, my friends. Crispy with a 79% 2-star. And Temper is in. What is your plan of attack? It is the Super Yetis. They're bringing the 3 strats. Let's see if it can continue to get a very high percentage. Now if they win this match, what does HTM, Ghost, Crispy, and Van do? Do they pick a Super Yeti to kind of remove it? They gotta be taking notes, right? To try to stop this attack, maybe. That's the beautiful thing about having another match, a bracket reset, and a whole new pick and ban phase. You don't know what your opponent's gonna do in the first match. So then you can adjust your strategy on the fly going into match number 2. And then the roles are reversed. The attacking order is switched as well. So let's see, as Temper is moving his way through here with this Grand Warden. Ground Skeleton's popping out in front of him. That's going to be quite annoying. Do you drop a Valkyrie? No. He's still going to be moving through. He's going to get distracted a little bit. Baby Dragon to the top side does have 7 Skelly spells to use. Finally, that Grand Warden pushed through there, but he's now stuck on the storage. As we have the Baby Dragon from the left and right down. The Flame Flinger is moving through here behind this Grand Warden. The double jump. So he did wall break open the Town Hall compartment. So now the Super Yetis are down, moving into the defensive king. There's a Headhunter, Balloon as well to try to protect these healers. As we have the Queen off to the left with the Frosty over there, with the Giant and the Mirror. And the King is also with the Queen. So he's going to have the Warden and Super Yetis working together. Skeleton spell trying to distract this monolith, and the healers do pull a Seeking Air Mine. There's no Warden ability. Well, no, he could pop Warden ability, which would have the Lava Loon puppet, actually, as he continues through. Snakes jump in the wall, the Royal Champ, and there's a Super Yeti getting pulled straight into the core. A Lava Hound coming out of the defensive CC with an Inferno Dragon, and the Lava Pups, or the Lava Loon puppet trying to fly through to maybe try to protect the healers, actually, and pull traps in a core of a base. But he's trying to move his way through, and this is not looking like a 3 from my side. The Warden's dead, or is he... No, he's got to be gone, right? Does have 3 more Skelly spells. Pops the RC ability. And Inferno Dragon's doing work in the core, taking out the Super Yeti. As he's trying to continue his way through. More Skellies down. There's an Ice Golem to the bottom now, which can help distract that Minion Prince. Wait a second. Oh, the Lava Hound's trying to fly across his base, but the Royal Champion's boots will take that Lava Hound down quick. But never mind, RC is gone. But that King Spiky Ball, does he have enough? Does he have it? If it's a 3, it's a victory and forces a bracket reset. He's waited. The Ricochet Cannon's annoying. It's a lot of damage. He's continuing to push through. Wait, there's a queen ability. 35 seconds. There's a spiky ball which skips across, hits a bunch of buildings to the bottom side. Oh, there's a wall break to the bottom. Was that good enough? The king is going down. Only 28 seconds. The king is dead. The king, I repeat, is dead, but he comes back to life. The Phoenix is there. The queen is moving through the multi. She locks onto the ricochet cannon, and it's gonna go down. And Timber gets the triple and the victory in the end. Well, we still have Ghost Attack to come in no matter what, but that means we will have a bracket reset and a whole new pick and ban phase here today, my friends. Ghost is in with the final attack, and it is dragons with some Rockaloons. I think they've learned that in some way or another, they can't be banning all the Warden abilities, because you need to leave some on the table so you can pick it for your own team. I mean, if you don't have any Warden abilities, it's going to be so difficult, as we saw. As this queen is going to move her way through this bottom side with the royal champion to the far left. Recalls both the RC and the golem actually there. Very nice. Pops King's ability. Pulls out the furnace and the double ice golems. As the queen now continues her way to the left. But the town hall is there. Queen's going to get stuck onto the ice golem, and that's a problem. So he does pair in the free spell to try to keep that queen going. Headhunter's coming across. That's not going to be good for the queen. Pops queen ability. He's trying to continue onto the town hall, but the furnace mites are there. The ice golem's going to freeze him again, so he freezes. But the spitter is hitting the queen from far distance, and the giant does finally come back alive. The druid turns into a bear, and we have a dragons coming to the top side with a few Rockaloons. The town hall was secured. We do have a heal and 2 overgrowths, and he can redeploy the royal champion from the recall. Rockaloons into the multi-arch tower to the bottom. Dragons flying through and trying to get into the defensive RC. Poison getting launched. We have the Rockaloons taking out the Expo. Blimp's going to solo off to the far right where the Minion Prince is. We got Yetis. Remember, no rage spell, so raging up is not allowed here for these Yetis, so they can't really get as much value as he's probably hoping for, but we still have that Minion Prince, and the Overgrowth actually doing work there. RC is moving behind the Golem. The Dragon's trying to continue. The Giga Bomb not been triggered yet. Finally now gets triggered. Minion Prince comes across, slows things down. Rockaloons into the Teslas. But we have the Spitters. That Minion Prince is doing work. It's tanking that Monolith. Wait a second. Look at that Minion Prince do work. Pushing right past that storage. Going in through here. It has to get in towards the Spitters. And the Dragons are getting through the Spitter. The Minion Prince is still going. Wait a second. Does Ghost have this? Would Ghost triple this? Pull some red air bombs. Taking a lot of damage. But he's getting stalled up onto that the defensive king. Can drop a headhunter to slow him down. 47 seconds. Imagine this needed a triple to win. Down that goes. He's going to push through this ground expo. No seeking air mines just yet. We do have a storage that's full health over here. The poison spell is going to be a problem. Gets launched to the dragon and the Minion Prince. Uh-oh. He's trying to continue his way towards his multi. The dragon is dead. The Minion Prince only has the Angry Jelly. Drops the Archer in range of the multi. He's pushing through at a 98%. No, poison, don't kill it. The residual effects of the poison. No, he's still... Oh, my God, imagine. Oh, my God. A 99% for Ghost. And Kronos stops the triple. What? And look at the percentage we had. 97 from Van, 99 from Ghost, and a 79. But my friends, from this match, Tribe Gaming has won. That means they are forcing a bracket reset, and it is now time to have a whole new pick and ban phase as we begin match 2. And the first ban is in for match 2. Let's reveal Ghost's Crispy and Van selection, and the first ban is the Eternal Tome. Now Kronos' team, their first ban is in here, my friends. And their first ban, are they switching things up? It's the invisibility spell. Back-to-back bans, and they are selecting the one and only Healing Tome of this Grand Warden. And the next 2 bans are in. The first is the one and only Fireball! And the third ban from Ghost's team, that is going to be the one and only Rage Spell. spell coming in here. One more ban coming in from Team Kronos, and what they are banning entirely in this match that is not allowed for anyone to use, it is going to be... Is it another ability? Yes! The Rage Gem! Pick number 1 is in, and what they are taking here today for their side, it is the Life Gem. I think they've learned their lesson. Take the Life Gem of that Grand Warden, of course. Their first of these picks is going to be the one and only Lava Puppet. Wait a second, what is this? The Lava Puppet, is that meaning no Grand Warden is allowed in this match? We're gonna have a Grand Final with no Warden. That is gonna be epic, but we have another ban from a Team Kronos. And their ban, oh, not ban, this is selection actually, sorry, it's the freeze. Pick 3, this is their selection. Pick number 4 is in for Ghost's team. And what are they taking here? It's gonna be the Dark Orb for the Minion Prince, because they know that no Warden. So do you start to chisel away into the other abilities of the other heroes? Pick number 5 for their team, and it is going to be the one and only Overgrowth Spell. And the final pick is in for this series. And let's reveal it now today, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the Lightning Spell. So they're going to be looking to do some zap attacks. Earthquake is on the board for everyone. So keep your eye out for that. No Grand Warden allowed for this entire match of the Grand Finals. Good luck. And match number 2 of the Grand Finals has officially kicked off as Van as the first attacker. And what is his base? What is this, Rikira's? And the army we've got is no Grand Warden here. They could bring a Warden if they turned off auto abilities and only brought the Eternal Tome and never activate it. As we kind of investigated to see, because other hero abilities of the Warden has a little bit of a buff as a passive ability there, like Fireball, Healing Tome gives you a little bit of a buff. And oh, he's gonna Overgrowth, Log Launcher probably, the top side. Oh wait, no, he wanted to, what? He wanted to arrow, it didn't connect. He wanted to arrow the Monolith, but I don't think it connected. The Mortars though, drops the Skelly spell. It does get stuck there. Monolith is going down, but holy, what's happening? He's trying to remove this Monolith with the logs while the Queen's pushing her way through the bottom side. The Monolith is down, and he recalls the Queen. Okay, does have the Dark Crown. King's got the Spiky Ball. RC's got the Rocket Spear. And out comes the rest of the CC of Archers. And the Clan Castle goes down and launches the Witch as well. Well, the Yetis are going to push through there, but we have the Defensive Minion Prince and Defensive King locking on as Ground Skeletons pop here, as we have the Minion Prince slowly pushing his way through the bottom side, raging up from the Dark Crown. As Rockaloons come to the left, the Wizard Tower does stay up. We do have Rockaloons going to that air defense to the top side here. RC does have a Rocket Spear, which can be used for the Town Hall later, as the Mini Prince is still slowly charging his way through, trying to distract that scatter shot to the bottom. There's a wall break to open up the walls, allow the King to go in as well. Sends in the Queen with the Giant. There's a Minion Prince with a beautiful Dark Orb right through the core of this base, slowing things down. Rockaloon finishes off that Wizard Tower as it continues through. More Ground Skeletons try to protect this Queen as Druids are onto this Queen here. He could have taken healers if he wanted to, but decided not to. RC with the ability, overgrowthing to the right side. Rockaloon's trying to clear the right side to help force the heroes in, but the King's got the Earthquake boots to open up the walls leading to the Town Hall. He's picking things off slowly here. Hang on, there's a beautiful... Oh, Spiky Ball skips to the outside buildings, dropping Skellies onto the defensive Queen to try to distract. RC goes invisible, takes out the Ground Expo. Headhunters get killed right away, unfortunately. The King goes off to the outside. Rockaloons take out the air defense. The RC tries to continue. The Spirit Fox needs to go invisible, and he does! He goes invisible. Now he can ignore these heroes. Maybe, I don't think so. Queen goes to the worst pathing to the defensive King. His King comes back to life. He's in the 90s. He's trying to get this extra bit of percent, but the King is dead. And he's not going to get it, and he did it without a Warden, and the giant arrow, unfortunately, did not connect with the Monolith, and he didn't take it down as quick. But what an attack here from Van. Oh my. 96% 2-star. Beautiful hit. And now Kronos is in. And what is the plan? Super Yetis. But No Grand Warden this time. But they can use less lightning spells because they do have the Earthquake. So why not keep to the Super Yeti approach? Queen's going to go to the left. Queen will be what's responsible for getting the funnel. Instead of that Grand Warden, maybe it's better. But there's the lightning to take out the defensive rage in the core of this base. So is this the same base? Maybe they can just fix up what their plan was. Oh, Queen taking a lot of damage. Trying to charge her way through. Does have the Giant to pop the ability. Pushing right through to the Spitter. Can he take the Spitter down before the Queen retargets? No, doesn't target on the King. No! What is she stops and go for the storage. What? Flame Flinger to the bottom side. There's a wall break up top. And now there's a Queen continue her way through. No, recalls the Queen. Sends her to the top with the Super Yetis over there while the Flame Flinger is going to solo to the bottom side. As the Super Yeti's pushing through this King, there's the RC now to help funnel everything in towards the Town Hall. A Lava Hound is going to move into the top to help protect for the Minion Prince, which does have the Dark Crown. Only level 23 there, not maxed out. Remember, this is normal mode, so these pros don't need to push it to level 27. Why? As this Super Yetis do get through the Town Hall, but the Minion Prince still moving through with the Royal Champion underneath with the benefit of the boots. As it continues through to the Monolith, now Super Minions come out of the Flame Flinger. As the King's ability in the core can get a lot of value here. Wizard to the top. Red air bombs killing off the healers there. But there pops the King ability. Just kills off the poison spell right on top of itself so it doesn't get launched to the Queen. But I'm liking this. With no Grand Warden, Kronos is going to pull off for 3. He pops the RC ability. Still has a Minion Prince ability, which is just the Metal Pants. The Queen's moving through. It is an open wall. Grabs the sweeper. Has a wall break. RC still. And the giant bomb gets triggered from the giant. And he's got it. It's a 3 for Kronos. And the Super Yeti approach. Should they have picked the Super Yeti? They would have forced Tribe to have to bring a completely different attack. But no, they let the Super Yeti stay on the board. And was that a problem? Should they have picked Super Yetis instead of the Overgrowth? That was their pick number 5. I guess we'll never know. GG Kronos. And now Crispy. Can he bounce back from his 79% 2-star in the first match? Well, he's got himself 16 Rockaloons. Doesn't go with Super Yetis that was working for Tribes. We got healers, Skellies, Overgrowth, double Earthquakes, and a Revive. But no Grand Warden. What's the plan here? Minion Prince has the Angry Jelly. So Baby Dragon off to the left. Golem as well. And we got the Queen distracted on the Golem. Expo distracted on the Golem. While his Queen goes in and snipes the enemy Queen. Takes that down. Baby Dragon's going to get killed off. Got another Baby Dragon send the funnel here. Does wall break up top, but did not open up the wall to the Town Hall, unfortunately. Drops the healers and the balloon and trying to push this Queen in towards the Town Hall compartment. Does have one more super wall breaker. But let's see, as archers are coming slowly from this clan castle. Does have a poison to deal with it. There is the next wall break. Opens the Town Hall compartment. The Queen can step in, and there's a Minion Prince going to solo into the Tesla. Does have that Dark Orb. Does not have the Dark Crown. As this Queen slowly will continue her charge towards the Town Hall here, one by one. And we got Air Expo, lock on the Minion Prince. Does drop a ground Skelly over there. Pops the Minion Prince ability. Slows things down there. As that Queen's finding a Giant Bomb. Poison does get launched. How did that... Oh, it got launched to the Skelly. Okay, I was wondering how. A bunch of archers are coming out of this clan castle. There's the poison now. Look at all these archers. Jeez. Archers upon archers upon archers upon archers. What in the world is this CC? The archers don't stop coming out. Finally, the archers are gone. But the poison was perfect. If he didn't have a poison there perfectly placed, that Queen would have been absolutely destroyed. But now we have a King going in towards the bottom side. Does have a Revive. Rockaloon into the mortar. Queen securing the Town Hall slowly. Does still even have her ability. King's making his way to the left. No more super wall breaks, but the King does have the Earthquake boost. So he can open up the walls to get into this deadly section over here. Queen's going to be forced to ability here soon. Ground Skeleton's trying to protect her. And there it is. King opens up these walls. Skeleton spells. There's an Earthquake into the core. Okay. Multi-Arch Tower does not go down, unfortunately. Does stay up. Now he revives the Minion Prince to move in. Overgrowthing the Monolith. As he continues through, the log launcher doing work. Royal Champion also helping assist. Minion Prince went down so quick. It was almost like a rip to the value of the revive. If he only revived something else, maybe the king could have been perfect to provide the distraction. Rockaloons into the multi while the monolith is still distracted or tanked from the overgrowth. RC, though, is taking damage. Multi goes down, pulls red air bombs. Monolith is back. Yetis are there. Air Skelly's getting pulled to the top side. It's approaching into the 90s. But he's not going to get it. Yeti's going to stuck on a wall. Now they are making their way to the bottom. Only one does. These Air Skellies are quite annoying. But if he chose to revive something else, maybe even an RC, now, it could have been different. But their storage was over here. And nice try to Crispy. But it is going to be in the low 90s here. 94% 2-star. Still, it's a good percent. 94, 96. But they do have that triple. So if they triple again, they're locking it up pretty much. And Rikirez is up. Does he stick with the Super Yetis? No, it's Super Barbs. With 7 lightning, okay. It's a different attack here. It's the Super Barbarians. Lightning spells to remove the monolith to help protect the queen. Took advantage of the earthquake spell selection. Actually, no. The lightning spell selection. Earthquake's allowed for anyone. Does have another earthquake with 2 poisons. Tunnels all the way in the core of this base as this queen's pushing through both bomb towers. The Frosty's still alive, moving through, but gonna get killed off by the ricochet cannon. Does have a frozen arrow and invis vial on that queen. Okay, dark crown on the mini prince. Boots and the spear on the RC. That frozen arrow actually was nice for the queen. Sends in the ice golem, the king to the top. Wall breaking for this queen, and out comes Rockaloons, 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 Rockaloons. Oh no! He was forced to pop. No, we did not have the force queen ability. Nice poison onto the furnace and the freeze to stop the Rockaloons from killing the queen. Just in time. Queen, you need to continue your way to the Air Expo, and he does just that. 3 more super wall breaks, charging this queen in towards the core of the space. There's the first wall break. Where's the next one going to come in? Can it? Oh, the King's Earthquake Boots actually opens up, leading to the Town Hall. The queen has perfect access to get that with this charge. Tesla's going to go down. Going to move in towards this town, the Clan Castle. Raw Champion comes down. Ice Golem frees up a bunch of that section. Minion Prince is soloing behind a Lava Hound. He's got so many things moving at once in this attack. Minion Prince is raging up, becoming larger from the Dark Crown. RC's making her way to the left. Queen's trying to remove the Town Hall. Her ability's going to be forced with the Invis Vial. Takes it down. He's got 20. He's got a handful more of Super Barbs. This is looking pretty solid here. He's trying to continue his way. The queen has access. Freezing the poison spell tower. He gets it. The queen slows down the ricochet cannon. He's got the Super Barbs moving down and around to the bottom. Minion Prince is going to the right, taking out the enemy queen, and he's done it. What an attack. That was beautiful. The queen charging through. RC still alive, and that is back-to-back triples for Tribe Gaming. The Frozen Arrow did some work there, and it's another 3-star coming from the lower bracket, and that is 2 triples to a 96, 94. And Ghost is up. He needs the triple to force Temper to have to get a 2-star. Let's see the plan. It is Super Yetis. Okay, he's bringing Tribe's plan close towards them. We do have a Lassie on the Minion Prince. Hello? Okay. Healers are down on the queen as he charges in. Flame Flinger working through the left side. Queen's going to continue her charge to the Town Hall. There's an Earthquake Freeze to help assist, so the Town Hall also doesn't hit his healers. Town Hall goes down before it would launch any shots to the healers. He does have an ice block as well. Air defense goes down. Flame Flinger is going to still work through this. Nice value so far from the Flame Flinger, I'm liking. Did not lure anything out of the Clan Castle. Ice Golem and the Super Yetis are now down to the right with the Queen recalled. The balloons are down as well. They're going to charge this Queen, King into the Air Expo and the Scatter. Jump Spell gives him access straight to the core of this base. King needs to make his way in. Did set up a bit of the funnel. Out comes the Clan Castle of a bunch of archers here and a Headhunter. Raw Champion down the bottom, and there's a Super Dragon now coming out. As he drops that poison for the Clan Castle as he continues his way through the core. Queen, where are you going? You're supposed to move into the middle. Queen has a mind of her own. Can't rage this up, but he can go with an ice block. He goes with an ice block to try to get healed back up. Can he get healed? There's an overgrowth to the back side as he continues his way through with the Earthquake Boots and the Spiky Ball. Ice Golem to the far left. There is the Minion Prince soloing to the left to help try to remove that, but he gets stuck on the defensive king. That's a problem. Rip. He does have one more freeze to use. Minion Prince is there getting distracted by the skellies. Now, where is the king? He's got to be in the middle here, right? His Earthquake. Yeah, there he is. He can Earthquake. He wanted to wait till the Overgrowth disappeared, so now he can Earthquake and damage all this and Spiky Ball right through it. Brilliant. I would have probably done it early, and then I would not have damaged and taken all that down. He can freeze up the Ricochet Cannon and the Monolith if he decides to do it, and he's got it. It's a 3. No Warden needed here, my friends. This is an attack that you guys could do when your Warden is upgrading. He can freeze that up, and he does brilliantly. Flame Flinger is still up and going. What an attack from Ghost. Nice hit here. A 3-star without that Grand Warden. Before, in the beginning of the series, we saw like 1 triple with no Grand Warden. And now we're seeing multiple here in the Grand Finals. These players have learned, these players have improved, and they are taking these bases down. And it is a 3-star for Mr. Ghost. But all Temper has to do is get that 2-star to be crowned the champion. And the final attack, Temper is in. You 2-star, and you are victorious. It is a Zap Lalo. Oh, no Warden here. Remember, can't bring anything in this band. Double check, triple check. No Invis. Lightning. Freezes allowed for their team. Lightning spells coming right through there with the Earthquake assistance. Queen's moving through. Balloons off to the right by the Wizard Tower. And the Tesla's pop. Queen's going to have to get through this king. Does have a Frozen Arrow and the Invis Vial, just like Rikira's did. So it's becoming a Queen charge through this bottom side. With balloons to the left onto the mortar. Queen slowing down the defensive king quite a lot. Pushing through. There's a Headhunter to try to help. Multi-Arch Tower doing work. We do have the fires, or the fire spinner in the core of the space as the Queen continues to grab this air defense. She's going to make her way to the left towards these storages. Balloon is down to pull any traps. Slowly moving through. Scattershot hitting the Frosty. Now another balloon to try to pull some traps here as he continues. He does have a Siege Barracks as he decided to switch. Ice Golem, King off to the left. Ricochet Cannon skipping. There, no, he does decide to go with Siege Barracks to the left with the Pekkas. Moving through there. Now, where does this Queen? Is it no recall? So this Queen's just going to stay here in the core. While the King's making his way left, does have the Earthquake Boots. Wizard to the left storage, help that Queen. Pekka still moving through. There's a Skeleton spell to distract that Monolith. As we got Skeletons getting launched. Rockaloons coming out of the defensive CC. There's a freed on the Minion Prince to keep that Queen going. As that King's going to open up the wall, leading to the Town Hall. Spiky Ball skips across. Does some value into the core. And wait, did he wall break? That wall right here? I didn't even see him do that. Now the Queen has access to the core, but the Town Hall still remains. He does have the Royal Champion as insurance for the Town Hall. Remember, all he needs is the Town Hall down, and he wins. But he's going for the 3. Oh no, he pops the RC already. Off to the far right, Air Skelly's popping. He's got Lava Hound, he's got balloons to the top side. He's moving in. He's going all out for it. The Town Hall's staying. There's no recovery if the Queen can't secure this Town Hall. He freezes up the enemy Queen. The Mini Prince is still going. The RC's making her way to the right. He's got 6 Rockaloons left. He's got 2 freezes. The Queen with the Frozen Arrow locks onto the Town Hall. And the Town Hall is going down. And there it is, my friends. A victory for Tribe Gaming. But not only does he want a victory, they want to go perfect. What a final match from Kronos, Rikires, and Temper. Swagging 2 freezes. What an attack from Temper there. And my friends, they put up 9 stars right here. A perfect war. And Tribe Gaming, Kronos, Rikires, and Temper are the finals champions of the Picks and Bans Season 2, winning $500. Second, taking home $250. Congratulations once again, Tribe Gaming. GG.